So as I'm sure you can tell, we bought a roll bar for the Miata. It also has a harness bar in the middle, so that's pretty cool. I mainly just wanted this for safety, you know, so if anything were to happen, I would at least have a little more safety than usual. But shout out to the homie for letting me know when his buddy was selling this. It was a pretty good deal. I did uninstall it off of the car, so I should know how to put it on mine, but I do need to do a little bit of modification to the car. So let's take the interior apart now. Take this bolt at the bottom of the seatbelt bracket as well. Repeat all the steps to the other side, and then take this panel off. So now we're on to the most difficult part of the task. We are going ahead and marking the cuts that we have to make in order for this to slip in nicely and be able to remove it back out. So I'm trying not to cut this entire thing up and make it look terrible. I'm trying to do this in a more professional way where we could slip this in and out of here with ease and not make all this metal look ugly. So yeah, I'm going ahead and marking these, and then I'm gonna get to cutting them out. And before we start cutting, make sure you get all these wires down as far as you can so you don't accidentally hit any of that. Take out the ground that's bolted in right here, just to be safe about that as well, because then you're gonna wonder why your car isn't starting. These cables should be okay because I'm only cutting like up here, but I just want to get this out of the way just to let you guys know. And then I'm gonna take this out real quick, make some cuts, and then try to fit it in. Don't forget to wear eye protection while doing this. I was gonna use a hacksaw, but I didn't have any blades, so we're gonna go with angle grinder. Made the first cuts, and some there. I'm gonna go ahead and get the line done here, and then I'm trying to kind of save this metal and like maybe bend it, but we'll see how it goes. I might just fully cut it off, doesn't really matter. You're not gonna see it either way. I just don't want it to interfere with this wiring here. We're almost done here. We got the basic cuts done. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this rest of this one and then pop that down, try to refit the roll bar in here. I had to go get a mask because I am currently like dying. I can't breathe in here. I do keep dropping the top once it gets smoky, so it goes away pretty fast. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish this up. This is kind of a pain, so this is probably like the hardest part you're gonna have with this. So now that we got the metal bent here and cut out over here, we're gonna try to fit this bar in here and see how it goes. Sorry I couldn't record kind of mocking this up in here, but we have the driver's side in, no issues so far. We have the passenger side back going in. This will probably slip in a second, but I can't do that while recording because I don't want to drop it on my wiring harness or drop my phone. So yeah, 1 second. We got it pretty much all mocked up in here. It's not fully done. We just have to drill some holes and put some nuts through on this side, and then towards the back as well. And I don't know, I may weld it in, I'm not really too sure yet, but probably gonna use the bolts. Since we got the roll bar in, it's not fully installed, but I did want to cut this shelf piece so that way I can get the roll bar to fit right in between and not cut way too much out. So I have my lines marked right above the hole, right behind the seats, and then basically straight from there. So we're gonna see what we can do with this and not hack it up too bad. Pretty clean cut. Now to do the other side. Two pretty straight cuts, and let's see if this fits in the car. All right. And we're good. Nice. Lines up with the holes. Didn't cut too much out. There's just a little bit of a gap there, but carpet will go over as well. It's pretty good. It's not bad at all. Alright, so now that that's done, I gotta finish drilling the holes to mount this downward. It's fully mounted on the side, and then it just needs to be mounted from underneath the car. Now that the shelf is done, we need to get to cutting a little bit off the rear plastics. The cuts we're making won't really be noticeable. It's just that little tab right there needs to come off at a certain point around this bend, just so that way we can slip it between the roll bar, and this part sits under the carpet anyway, so you don't really see that tab. Went ahead and cut some slits on that little flat tab area, and I did it a little bit away from the bend just to be safe. I might have to cut off a little bit more, but I'm going to take these tabs off one by one just so that way the plastic doesn't crack up here, because that wouldn't be good. Okay, so we got all of that cut out now. I'm gonna go try to fit it in the car and see if we need to cut just a little bit more. Ended up not fitting. I did have to take a little chunk out of the top of the seatbelt. This should work, and I do need to take off this little mounting tab to keep the plastics in place. We still have one down here, and it's held in by the weather stripping. So let's get to taking that off. I'm gonna do that same thing to the other side, and then we need to mock up the carpet. There we are, cut the tab off, nice and smooth. So that way we should be able to squeeze this right in between the roll bar, and shouldn't have any more issues, I don't think. Let's find out. Lastly, I just need to cut half of that to match that, so that way it'll fully seat itself in. Perfect, nice precise cuts, same length, and doesn't look too bad. Fits perfect now. Holes all line up. Not looking too bad. Still looks stock to me. So, got pretty dark out. We're almost finished here. I'm just gonna go ahead and vacuum up all this dust and debris from cutting and such, and 30 years of whatever went on back here. But we have the side bolts in on both sides. We have the seatbelt bolts in on both sides. Now we're gonna put the interior back in loosely, just so that way I can finish this another day and it's not a mess in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum this, and then you guys will see the interior back in another day. Just like that, we got the roll bar in, interior's back in as well. Everything fits up nicely. We have the roll bar about 1/2 inch from the soft top, so that's pretty great. And that'll be about it for this one, guys. If you guys like the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.